have to do a second rant because I put too much personally identifiable information in the previous one. I'll probably take some things out of it, but not a lot. The question is what to talk about. Everyone thinks I should talk about world peace and how to acquire it, maybe. Other people think we should talk about, self-actualization all the time, and that's cool. How's your life going? Is your life good? Is it? If it's not, don't worry, it's not just you. Lots of people have crappy lives. Lots of people have lots of things in their lives they don't want to deal with. I do. I hate the fact that I'm responsible. I've got lots of things I need to do in my life. Like this week, email management has been a huge problem for me over the last 6 weeks. I went away, I came back to 700 odd emails in my inbox after 3 weeks. How do you manage 700 emails in 3 weeks? That's just basically, my whole job every day could just be to clean up email and do email every single day. I don't think it's fun. I had a philosophy of, building email hierarchy and structure, but I decided I'd do something sensible. I came up with my own philosophy. And it's one of, the inbox is a box of action. It's not a task list, but it's a box that requires action. So it's a form of communication. Over the years, it's become more and more used. And overly inappropriately used, I think. I think a lot of people send an email because they think that will be a lot easier than making a phone call. And so, I dare you and I challenge you, if you are using email as your primary mode of communication, to start using the phone and see how much more effective you become. That's my challenge to you. I think you know that email is just to make sure that whatever conversation you had got written down and communicated. In the knowledge worker environment, too many of us send an email and think that will suffice. I think phone conversation is just easier than spending 3 days trying to have a conversation that consists of about 12 lines of text. Instead of just picking up the phone and spending 5 minutes. Instead, we've now delayed the process, activity, project, whatever by 3 days because we didn't want to call someone and interact. We'd rather just email them. So I'm peeved about people just emailing all the time. My philosophy of email, now that I've been slightly distracted from the topic 3 times. Oh boy. It's a box of action. The inbox is a box of action. It requires you to do something with it. It requires you to read it and then delete it because it's junk, it's rubbish, it's something you don't need, it's something you should probably unsubscribe from, whatever. Second thing you can do is read it and archive it. So get it out of your inbox because it doesn't require you to do any action. It was for your information only. Take it and put it in a file structure if you want to be that archaic. These days with the mail clients we have, just taking it out of the inbox and putting it in a folder called filed and then searching on that should be more than enough. Delete it, archive it. The next thing you can do is respond to it. Read it, delete it, read it, archive it, read it, respond to it. 2 types of response. One is to respond and say, here is the information you requested. The other one requires you to go and do some background work, some activity, some task, etc. With those ones that require me to do a task, an activity, etc., to do something and then respond, I put them on my list of things to do. That's pretty much the 3 things I do with email. Delete it, archive it, or do an action, respond, reply, those sorts of things. That's my philosophy of email because it's been annoying me a bit lately. I hope it's useful for you. Give it a try. And if you are a knowledge worker, if you're an office worker, if you're in that environment, you want a response to something, try using whatever chat tool you have instead of sending an email or picking up the damn phone. Pick up the phone and make a call. If you've got to deal with the closure of tickets or projects or activities, pick up the phone. It's not that hard to pick up the phone. Okay. Call them up. Say, oh, yep, here's the information you wanted. I've just emailed it off to you. Can I close your ticket now? Yep. Okay, done. My name's Caleb Anderson. My wife calls me honey. I'll see you online.